Hello Aries, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you are connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they are feeling towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Mereshinsky. Some of you may have been in a relationship. Others of you may have been in a situationship. And for a small portion of you, there may be a lot of energy in this connection where you know there's something special there, but no one's really speaking up. There is a lot of sadness in this connection coming from this person. These cards could also indicate your feelings, Aries. Doesn't necessarily have to be just vice versa. Because of the intensity of these cards, it could be that you are also feeling this. Also, for those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I don't channel through any spirit guides. I never have. There's a particular reason why I don't. I have my reasons. And I do channel through my higher intuitive self, which is why it's easy for me to do this. All right. We have here compassion, illness, wellness, grief, selfhood, embracing the shadow, power, growth, nourishment, and then we have order under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. One thing I didn't mention in the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, as well as Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes out today. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Aries, I do feel compassion for you. There's a sense of sympathy and empathy. I know that the situation you were in a while ago, it was difficult. And then things happened between us, even energetically. Things were okay for a while. But now it's almost as if this entire situation has made things just worse. Now I know what I have done. I have put you in a situation where it is very uncomfortable. It's very awkward. And I feel for you because I know what you have to go through. Right now, there are certain things that are weighing me down, holding me down below the surface of this water. A sense of despair, desperation, even depression. There are responsibilities, circumstances, burdens, restrictions and constraints that hold me down and prevent me from being with you the way that I would like to. I do know that in this connection, there has been this intense feeling where I want to break free and I want to be with you specifically. But I am unable to do so because certain things weigh me down below the surface. Some of this is even trauma, emotional trauma that I have been through in the past. I just never really opened up to you about it, never talked to you about it. And I do feel grief now. Now I feel remorse, regret, guilt over the things that I've said and done, and for the things that I never said that I should have, the things that I never did that I should have done. In this connection, I do feel that there is this sense of selfhood that you have. The sadness, this loss that I feel, where I've lost you forever. It is overpowering. It makes me sad. There is this feeling of melancholy. I see you as someone who's moved on now. Someone who's different. To me, it seems as though you don't need me. You don't need anybody. You are someone who is thriving, alive, independent, self-sufficient. So many things I feel have happened in this connection. But things are different now. I no longer feel the same. A long time ago, it appeared that in this connection, you and I, we were close. And I thought I knew you back then. It turns out that things have changed. You have changed. But who made this change? Was it me? It's the actions that I took, the way I behaved. I changed you into a different person. I'm not proud of it. And it was inevitable. Of course you would have changed. Why would you ever remain the same? Why would you ever believe me again? Now I see you as someone who is guarded. Yes, you don't need anyone, but I also see that you're very defensive. A long time ago, you were that mystery, and I felt as though I had unwrapped that mystery. What I realize now is I don't know you anymore. And to restart this connection, I find it very difficult. I do feel that in this relationship, the situationship that we've had, it's been very difficult to come back and start off from where we were. Things now are very awkward between us. The environment is very uncomfortable between us. Things used to be different. Things are no longer the same. You have seen a side of me that was very impulsive, compulsive, and aggressive. Certain things that have happened, certain things that I've said. It all seems as though that was a lifetime ago, coming from a different person. You've seen that dark side of me, and a part of me wants you to embrace it. But I know that sometimes it could be so dark that it's scary. You have power over me. The type of power you have over me, you make me weak in the knees, emotionally vulnerable. You make me feel powerless. There's a part of you that is a leader, that is confident, that's an alpha. And I like this. I also feel that sometimes you are so in power that I just want you to take the lead. I look up to you. Sometimes I have. I do feel that in this connection, there are a few things that have changed me. Part of it is the confidence that I used to have. I'm no longer as confident as I used to be. You have this way of seducing, and you don't even have to try. You are so seductive. I do feel that in this connection, there is this sense of growth. I want to grow and get to know you more. It's as though in this connection things were very, very rushed. Now they are no longer rushed. I feel slow and steady, working organically together, growing, getting to know each other is more important now than ever before. Things happened suddenly between us. They were rushed. But now I feel as though it's time for me to take a step back and really see who you are. What was your past like? What are your fears? What do you want in the future, in the far future, long after you retire? What are your dreams then? I want to know everything about you. I want to grow and get to know you more. Because that is something I did not do before. I realize now that you are the perfect partner, the perfect mate. You fulfill me in so many ways. Emotionally, spiritually, and physically. This feeling that I have, it is very true, and it is a feeling of appreciation. I never had that before. Overall, there's a part of me that needs to make a choice. And I am unable to make that choice right now. I find myself stuck at a crossroads. Due to the thick fog and clouds around me, I cannot move forwards, backwards, left, or right. I find that difficult. I cannot move simply because I feel that in this connection, there is this lack of understanding, lack of clarity, lack of engagement. And because of this, I don't truly understand. There's a sense of confusion in my mind, and it leads to ignorance. What I want is to make a decision, to make the right decision, to take the right step. But I am afraid I may take the wrong step. All right, Aries. A very different set of cards you have here. These are not very common, not a very common combination. So you do have some things here where this person's feeling that loss, that grief, that they've lost you already. Something happened in this connection where someone has hurt someone. Someone decided to say something or do something and the truth came out here. But there's a whole lot of feelings. These feelings are not being expressed. They're internal for yourself as well as this person. Things may have been very rushed in this connection, started suddenly. That's why you have here the growth card, because this person now wants to take a step back and start learning more about you. It could be before that it was very sensual, very physical, this connection. But then going forward, this person realized that they want to just get to know you as well as a human being and not as an object. So some of you may be resonating with this, others of you may not be. It's a very different reading this time around, Aries. But it's a lot of, you know how you have a soap opera and you have the drama in it? some type of issue always erupts. There's always something. This is what I'm sensing currently, or in the past few weeks. It's been like this for you. There's been some issues here, and the problem is that they're unresolved. All right. Let's have a look. Okay. Let's have a look at the Lover's Path Tarot. Excellent. There you go. 7 of Coins, and then we have Tradition. Yikes. All right, so we have a lot of belief-related issues here. This particular deck, for those of you who are new, I read this deck to see what is it that may have happened in the first place that caused this relationship to go downhill. So something happened. What was that? Also, in this reading, I read the reverse. So eventually we'll find out. Some of you may know what may have happened in this connection because this person may have actually spoken to you. Others of you, you may have simply just been ghosted. This person just has this lack of communication with you. Maybe it's very infrequent. Maybe it is so scarce that once a month they may text you or something like that. So there's a lack of communication here. I'm going to see what may have caused this. This is from this person's point of view. All right, we have here the 7 of Coins. And please remember, I read all of these cards, well, these two, in the reverse. Here we have the 7 of Coins. This talks about how this individual started to lose patience. They had expectations, but also they started to lose that energy that they had when it comes to expecting something. So they had no expectations in the end. And that feeling of being nurturing, they were not sharing that with you. Here it talks about impatience and a sense of insecurity, about whether the reward received for the work rendered will be worth it. So here you're dealing with an individual, Aries, who may have invested some time, energy, and effort, and they thought it was a lot. The problem is, it may not have been a lot. There could have been an issue here where you have experienced that this person may have spent a little bit of time, but for that person, it may have just been, wow, their entire day. Maybe they pushed everything aside from their busy schedule and they paid attention to you. For you, that's not enough. For them, it was like, wow, look at all I did. Right? So there's a difference of opinions here where whatever they invested in, whatever they did, they thought it was enough, but you did not feel that. You did not feel it was enough. And you feel, or rather, yeah, you feel that this individual should have done more. I see here that they should have done more because they have unrealistic expectations. So they're thinking that they have invested a lot, they've done a lot, they want a return on that. Did not work out for them. But then relationships and love, we know, is selfless, isn't it? It's supposed to be selfless. Yes, we have expectations in return. But when you love someone, you just keep giving and giving. You never stop. This person kind of had a deal internally where they thought there's a certain quota and then I'm going to stop. And then I'm going to expect my Aries to do this or do that, invest. These type of things in the relationship itself. Here we also have Tradition. With the Tradition card, it talks about a lack of structure, non-conformity, and not really wanting to follow rituals. I'm going to read the text, not the text, but the message itself here, even the positive, and then also the reverse, or rather the upright and then the reverse. This card talks about following established social structures. So in the past, that is what this person may have been doing. In love relationships, the desire for marriage or some other formal structure for the sake of security. They were aware of their public image and the desire to control that image. there may have been possible rigidity in this connection. Here we have one special thing. What ended up happening, which is kind of messed up. This person started to feel the need to throw out old social structures that constrain. There was fear of unconventional ideas and the ways of approach. Nonconformity. So, in the reverse, this talks about how this person doesn't think that the things that in society, whatever they grew up with or whatever they are in now, they don't feel it's right. They don't feel it's taking their side. They want to do something else on their own. And they just hoped that the world would understand them, what they want. Some people want open relationships, right? Some of the world, much of the world, doesn't understand that concept. But if two people understand it, then they understand it, right? Here we have a situation where there's two people, and one of them wants to do one thing, the other wants to do something else. But the only reasons they're doing it is because of the type of societies they have come from, because they believe that, and they know that to be the traditional norm. Some people are sick and tired of that, and they try to do something slightly different. The problem is, when you do that, you may be literally boycotted, or you become an outcast, right? You become embarrassed. You're not allowed to that certain club because you've embarrassed the firm, for example. Things like that, right? So I do see here a situation where somebody wants to change things and not have the norm of whatever society thinks the norm is. And this person does feel that they have done certain things where they deserved to have more of your attention, your time, and your effort. Although it could be, maybe it just wasn't enough what they had done. Which is why you don't give yourself to them as much either. All right, we have here the Beginner's Tarot. Wow. This is any actions, any plans, any intentions this person may have towards you. Okay. Beliefs related again. Ego. Oh, we have sexual addiction and obsession here. Interesting. You have quite an array of cards here. First card's the strongest here. We have a Six of Swords. So here, as I mentioned before, I do look into any actions, plans, or intentions this person might have towards you. This person's pretty sick of what has happened. They just want to move on now. They want to move on to calmer waters. They want a different environment, a different type of mindset, brand new, reboot the entire life, right? They don't want things to be the same like they used to be. That's why they're moving here. There's movement. But movement towards what? We have here Temperance. Movement towards something that has better balance. This individual knows that in this connection, there is a spiritual connection. They also know that within this connection, an equal balance of give and take has to occur now. Before they have realized that it was not like that. That was not the case before. But now they're realizing, no, I have to do it this way. I have to have a better balance if I want to be happy in this connection. Why do they want the balance? Because of the Six of Cups. They miss those old days with you, those first few moments when you had that first glance, that first touch, the first kiss, those type of things. And they're remembering and reminiscing over these past memories, which are sweet memories, sweet and innocent memories. They want to relive that feeling. This card also talks about having a very, very strong feeling that there's a past life connection with this person, soulmate in particular. This individual wants to relive the past. They remember and they cherish the sweet memories that you have shared, and they cherish it. Now, unfortunately, we also have here this feeling that they have where it's my way, and that's the only way it's going to go, right? It's not my way or the highway, because they don't want to let you go. They're being stubborn here with the Four of Pentacles. They do have very strong beliefs. They're holding steadfast. That's what the word I'm getting. They're holding very close to their chest. And here, the image is right there too. Holding very close to their chest certain beliefs that they have. They don't want to let you go either. But then they also want to stay the way that they are and believe what they believe and have everybody else believe that too and support them. Again, very similar to the feelings that we had in the what was the other card? Goodness me, how did I just forget that card? That's the tradition card. Okay. We also have here the Devil. Oh, this card is highly toxic, highly sexual, talks about inner turmoil and obsession. It talks about being controlling, having sexual desires to the point where it almost becomes an addiction or an obsession for that person. So this person is slightly obsessing over you, or maybe full on, and they really want to be intimate with you physically, very much so, to the point where it is devilishly naughty. Yeah. This person also fears losing you, but the fear also comes from they think they would lose their mind if they were away from you, physically or even energetically. If they're away from you, they have that fear. There's always something that comes back, and yeah, it stings them on the tail. That's what I'm seeing right now, like tss. And that is exactly here what this image of the Devil is doing to this individual. This individual has a tail and they have a torch and it's burning their tail. But in this connection, it's almost as if when this person tries to move away from you, energetically, emotionally, spiritually, physically, there's something that happens that reminds them of you. And it's not just a soft little reminder. It's literally as if somebody's lit their tail on fire. A spark. They feel it, it burns, and then it stops. It's like, hey, remember me? It's just this type of energy that this individual has. The both of you do have a past life spiritual connection here, which is probably why there's so much chemistry here. Oh. Good luck to y'all. That is really difficult, because I know some of you may also feel very passionate about this person because of the past life card too. Just be careful. This is a very lustful card, and we want love, right? That's the whole issue here. When we don't have that love, it turns into being just a relationship full of lust, and then it becomes toxic. All right. We also have here the Ten of Cups, not the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the overall arching theme. And this does talk about, I'm getting the word financial gain. So some of you may feel in this connection that you would really make a great power couple. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a sense of security, a sense of family, a sense of home, wanting to be together and build a future together. That is realistic, not just in foo-foo land. Realistic. Here we have a grandfather, grandchild. We have a pet. We have a woman in the back who's most likely the mother. We have a castle in the back. This is all about settling down, having a happy home, happy life emotionally, especially materialistically. So yes, there's nothing wrong with this. This is very genuine. It just talks about let's move forward and not just keep it as an emotional thing, but let's just have this more as materialistic. Let's do something about it. Let's be more practical. Let's invest in something. Let's buy a home together. Let's move in together. Those type of things. This is something that this person is thinking about, and it is the coins. This is Pentacles. It's tangible. This is actual, like realistic. Something's going to happen here. Aries, do I see this individual reaching out to you at some point? Not yet. This person has the intention. They're moving on. This is for themselves. Mentally, they're trying to create a better balance. Again, mentally, they're still thinking about the past. Again, mentally, they are only thinking about themselves in terms of their beliefs, a little bit of ego. They're thinking about you for sure. Their intention is there. But the only card I see here with the Ten of Pentacles that talks about the combined intention to have all those good things, that is still a very positive card. I don't see this person taking any action towards you currently, but they have made plans and they do have them based on their intentions. Eventually, perhaps in the next reading, you will have something quite different where there will be more action taken from this person. All right. Just going to do a quick prayer here. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, as well as Uriel. Ask your angels. So there are certain questions that have been posed and there's no answers. Here, by asking your angels, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, you will receive certain answers, most likely intuitively. Listen to your intuition intuitively. We have communicate clearly. It's up to you. All right, so this reading just, this reading just split like split peas. This reading just split into two groups here. Some of you want to be with this person. You really want to give it a try. Others of you, you just have had enough. And it is time for you to move on from this person. So for those of you that wish to continue and give it a try, this message is for you. Here we have Ask Your Angels. For both groups here, the method that I have, some of you can follow it, others of you don't have to. Obviously, it's up to you. My method, I work with the Christ consciousness and through the Christ's Father, who we call the Source. Many of you know the Source is the pure white holy light of this particular universe. And that holy light, which we call the Father, why do we call it the Father? It is the life force energy that exists, and it has manifested itself and chosen the form of an alpha state. It prefers the alpha, but it also has the feminine. Yet, being the alpha, there's more of a creator, more of a leader, more confident. That's the reason why it prefers being in the alpha state. So I just wanted to clarify that, because many people are like, you said Father. So that's the reason behind that. Here, and how do I know that? Through my angel guide, Angel Fakio. You can read a little bit about her on my homepage, on my website. So here, the way to get to the source, simply pray. You can pray or meditate to the Christ consciousness. Let the Christ consciousness know what you want. From there, you elevate and you simply just meditate, or you just pray, and you imagine yourself in a room which has pure white light. Remember, the word is holy white light, right? There's many other lights in the universe. Not all are good. From there, simply ask the question that you have and ask for the source to send down archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and now even Uriel. Within a split second, they are in your energy. They know you. They know your issues already. But you need to give them permission to help you. Talk to them in your heart and your mind, and they will listen. You can even say it out loud. Eventually, when you ask your angels, you will be receiving messages right here. Listen to your intuition. You'll hear it and listen to it intuitively in your own heart and your mind. Sometimes you hear a voice. Sometimes you hear it from a complete stranger. Sometimes you are driving and you hear the radio and there's certain lyrics that just pop right out, and it's like, wow, that message is for me. You might be driving and you see a billboard on the side and there's a sentence there and it only means something to you, but it does not mean anything to anybody else. Signs, synchronicities, those type of things. There are messages that are sent, and it's a strange technique they have, but it's more like a grid technique. It is. I'm even seeing it right now. It's like a cube, and the entire cube is full of little tiny cubes, and each cube, the intersection, it's certain events that we have in our lives. It's all intersections. Anywho, that's very different, and I do see visions, guys, especially when I do past life readings. But okay, so that's what I was just seeing. I guess I just wanted to tell you that because that's what I'm seeing. Anywho, let's just get back on track here. So we do have you listening to your particular intuition. We also have here a compromise. So this is definitely only going to work out in this connection if there's a compromise. Sometimes there's not a compromise, and so only one person's bending over backwards to make things right. But then the other person's not really investing their time, energy, or effort, are they? Here, it's very important, if you want to make this work, yes, both parties have to compromise, come to a compromise. Remember, there's that traditions, right? There's that beliefs, the Four of Pentacles. There is this desire to have the beliefs come true for one individual, but you have to share those beliefs. If it's not working out for one of them, you have to adjust it. That's the only way we have here the compromise. They're saying here, yes, reconsider what it is that you are going to say or do based on the answers you're going to get. Because you're going to reconsider any actions, any plans, it will be based on your intuition. We also have here, when you have the chance, do communicate clearly with this particular individual what it is that you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with, certain things that you wanted to talk about. Don't talk about too many things. Keep it sweet and short, or rather short and sweet. Here we also have the overall arching theme to let go. Letting go of certain types of beliefs, certain types of problems and issues that may be reoccurring in this connection. Is it really that important to have that argument? There are certain things we sometimes have to let go of, and certain things we just cannot, because that's a part of who we are and we believe in it so strongly. But if you can let go of certain feelings, certain doubts, certain emotions, grudges even, that you've been holding on to, that lack of forgiveness, if you can let go of all of that and come to a compromise, it is going to be easy, Aries. This connection will work. Now, for those of you that just are sick and tired of this person, this is for you. We have here, again, ask your angels. They taught you guys the method. We also have here compromise. Can you come to a compromise? Yes, you can. But it might not be enough for you. So yes, there's going to be this reconsideration. You're going to reconsider what it is that you want to have in this relationship. Finally, listen to your gut intuition. Communicate clearly with this person. Let them know what you feel. And let go. That's literally what it says. Let go of this person. It's the overall arching theme. So it umbrellas this letting go of the individual, letting go of the pain, letting go of the past, and leaving it in the past only as an experience, not as a mistake. Even your mistakes are experiences. So leave it. Let it go. It's a part of you, your resume, your soul's resume, your portfolio. Leave it like that. Now you are stronger. You're bigger and better than what you were before. Now you know certain things to avoid in the far future. If you find somebody that was like this and it just reminds you of the past person, let's not get into that again. It's best to reevaluate and try something different, try something new, take on those opportunities when they come to you. Aries, that is your reading. This was quite lengthy. Thank you for tuning in and for supporting the channel. I wanted to mention, I do have on my other channel some videos that you may find interesting. These are relationship related videos, as well as spiritually connected. How are we connected spiritually? Those type of videos. I have a new one coming up now. It's going to be very soon. I think by the time this is uploaded, that will also be online. It is called, well, I don't even have a title for it yet, but it's all about negative energies. So it will help you understand what they are, how to handle them, what you can do to avoid them, things like that. And that is on my other YouTube channel called Asnointia Audio. All right, Aries, you all take care, stay safe, and I hope to hear from you guys soon in the comments below. Let me know if this resonated with anyone. It was quite different. It's a very diverse kind of reading, I noticed. So I do appreciate any type of comments and stories that you guys may have to share. All right, take care, stay safe. Bye now.